There was an old local saying, alone, you're nobody. Miss Lane often said that the key to life was that people need people. I found it strange that there were people who did not have people in their lives. I found it mystifying that they should choose to live that way.
For Mr. Eppington.
More gramophone records.
Which are not so light to be ferrying to and fro.
Only two, Thomas, and only as far as the end of the street.
From the delivery wagon, ma'am, and to the Golden Lion.
One of the porters told me that Mr. Eppington has fingernails longer than his arms and that he eats his own hair.
Well, how long has he been up there on the top floor of the hotel?
Almost 5 months. No one has seen him or spoken to him. Save for his personal valet, who's the only one allowed into his room, and seems to be sworn to secrecy.
Poor valet has a fear-eyed look of a man beaten down by a cruel employer.
To conceal your face must mean you have a face needs concealing.
I have heard talk of a heinous crime which brought Mr. Reppington to bury himself away in the hotel.
I hardly think a wanted man would choose an hotel to hide from the world. Perhaps he is just shy. Extremely shy.
Candleford is out of the way, ma'am.
And hotel rooms is outer of the way. I heard he comes out at night to peer through windows and he had teeth could bite through doors.
Perhaps he steals maids and boils them for his supper.
Do you truly think so, Mum?
Oh, honestly, this empty gossip and rumour-mongering is getting out of hand. It must be stopped.
How can it be stopped, ma'am, when he remains a mystery in our midst?
That is simple. The mystery must be solved.
Things in my living room. I don't know what is worse, the ugliness of them or the smell of them.
These are working men's feet. These are toes to be proud of. Toes that deserve tender respect.
What they deserve is a room of their own where I don't have to look at them. A house of their own.
Woman, you do not appreciate earthly beauty when it is under your eyes.
If you so much as hug me looking like something that has crawled out of a ditch, I will have you sleep in the pigsty. But whatever happened to romance and mystery? Give us those socks and I'll darn them. But the benefit is intended for widows and widowers. And you are neither, I am glad to say.
You didn't tell me that, you old duffer.
Well, see, it's worse for them as has two in the house. There's two to feed and two to keep warm.
But you do have the comfort of a companion. I think that is the point of this stipend. To alleviate the loss and the loneliness with a few coals and some rent for those in dire need.
And right it is. It's widows and widowers that the wagon comes for. Take them to the workhouse.
There's old folks picking up pennies from the post offices younger than me, and that ain't justice.
I see no reason for you to be aggrieved with me about this, Mr. Turrell. I am merely appointed to distribute the charity.
Miss Lane, you may be, but why is you suddenly a hexpert in old age? And why do you have the yes and no in this business?
That I do not know. I did not ask for this responsibility. It was foisted upon me by the anonymous benefactor.
Who do you suppose it could be?
It has to be Mr. Perpenthal.
Reppington, Minnie. Reppington.
And why does he want to be so kindly toward the old folk?
Mum, can't you write to Mr. Pinklepump and tell him that Mr. and Mrs. Turrell are so old that they soon will be widowers? One of them.
We don't know for certain that this allowance is from Mr.
Reppington.
Thank you. But perhaps it's time we found out.
Minnie, I want you to deliver a note to the hotel for the attention of Mr. Reppington's valet.
Parade of fashion correction. The latest fashion, announcing the A-line skirt hot from Paris. The Pratts bring haute couture to the Golden Lion.
Isn't that rather a lot to fit on a banner?
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Ruby. This will be a leaflet for dispersing. Well, come along, there is much to prepare. We must have everything perfectly in place so there may be no hiccups. This promises to be one of the biggest nights of our lives.
Ma'am, I have a note for you. From Mr. Reppington's valet.
It seems to be a cipher.
Why would he send you a cipher, ma'am?
Mr. Reppington is clearly a man who enjoys mystery.
A man who lives by self-concealment.
Laura, what is a cipher?
It is a means of making a message so that it cannot be read.
A message is writ so that it cannot be read? What's the use of that?
I could help you unscramble it, Miss Lane.
Oh, I will relish the challenge our neighbour has set me.
Has it got a secret in it?
Cabbage.
Isn't there even the ghost of a bit of bacon?
Cabbage. Tom, any time you had a shave, I can hardly see your face.
What's the point of shaving? It'll only grow back again tomorrow.
Your hair needs cutting, looks like a rat's nest.
I shall cut my hair on my birthday. Same as every year.
You used to be so proud of your looks. I remember when the gamekeeper gave you that coat and you first wore that hat. You were the dandiest thing ever strode through this Hamlet. Oh.
What's that?
A cough.
That was wheezing. Wheezing is what the frailest of old folk do.
I am old. I'm not as old as you.
A fashion parade to be held at the Golden Lion. An event. We've had some leaflets printed.
We wish to attract all the young ladies from hereabouts.
A fashion parade in Candleford.
We will, of course, draw the line at serving girls and maids.
Pearl, I wonder. The models will have so many changes to make during the course of the evening. Might we be in need of a dresser?